Okay, the purpose of this short video is to show you how to progress from 360.net, from the Lifetime Wealth Factfind into Dynamic Planner and back again. I'm going to approach this in a very minimalistic way. The whole purpose of that is an advanced process. I've just not answered something, so I'm just going to get the mandatories out of the way. The reason is I want to submit this at the end, which is an important bit. Right, so I've got all the mandatories out of the way, and you can see my mouse squiggling about at the bottom of this screen. I'm going to click Dynamic Planner. I haven't got a current record. If I had, I can retransmit the data to overwrite what's in Dynamic Planner. It takes me in here. What I'm going to do is, as I haven't put any existing arrangements, if there were existing arrangements in 360 available, for example in the portfolio part of 360, that would be dragged across into here. If there isn't, it wouldn't be there. You could populate the fact find in 360, or you could put it in here, which means it's probably easier to do. So I'm just going to very quickly just going to answer some questions here. So let's say this is a stakeholder pension, it's with legal and general, and let's say it's just don't need to answer that one. What I'm going to do, it's available, normal retirement age 65, scheme. Take it out, right, okay. Funds, I'm just going to put some funds in here. Let's say it's a UK pension fund. Legal and general should be an insured fund. And let's say it's cautious managed. Right, okay. And let's say the person's been pretty good and put £300,000 in it. What we're going to do now is finish that. Finish that. And we're going to go back to the control center now, back to the dashboard. And what I'm going to do is here is start a case. Dynamic Planner, I recommend we click next. We then need to move that to restricted. Case reference, I'm going to call this retirement planning. There we go. I'm going to click full review because Dynamic Planner recommend that we do that. What I'll do now is do some retirement planning. So this is a minimalistic report, but this is the purpose of showing going in and out of 360. We're going to answer the risk profiling questions. Now you're probably more likely in real life sent this to the client prior to a meeting and the client's completed these. Said saying too many times, apologies for that. I'm answering these questions very quickly, non-scientifically. We say in reality the clients would have answered this themselves. Right, just hanging in the moment. Right, okay, they've come out as a 6. You can see there was a question mark there because there was an inconsistency, and there would be an inconsistency at the speed I'm answering these. Right, let's say the client says in reality I'm a 5. You've got there highlighted, that's the Dynamic Planner wording, that's the Dynamic Planner chart, more of that in a second. But in reality the advisors are asked to use a little brochure that's used by 360, Intrinsic, to explain all these different categories and actually have graphs that re-explain that in the intrinsic manner. Anyway, so we go to here. Now, something else I'll need to do before I forget is go in here, create a risk profile report. Now, this is important. Now, if I scroll down here, you will see there is a chart. And that was the same chart I just showed you underneath that bold writing. Intrinsic don't want that in the risk profile report. So if I click this, it disappears. Intrinsic don't need a signature. So what I've now gone and done is taken that out You could, if you wanted to, create that as an RTF, and you could edit it in Windows, for example, or in this case, I'm just going to complete the report. The reason being that that will retransmit, as I'll show you in a few moments, back into 360. Now, I need to go back to the control center. I need to go back into retirement planning and go back to where I left off. So we're in analysis. I'm now moving to recommendations. And what I'm going to do is, for this client, I'm going to recommend a transfer. I'm going to transfer to, let's say, Aegon, because of the value over 250. I'm going to put there's 300 available to transfer, and I'm going to click next. So I'm doing a very simplistic way here. It's identified, as you know, it's risk category 4. I'm going to click on risk profile solutions, and popular intrinsic matrix funds were there. So for example, let's go into Carillium. I'll select Carillium. Apologies if you hear some new noise in the background. I'm going to allocate 100% of that money into that fund. I'm going to finish. Click next. And so this is a very simple way of doing it. Now, what I might want to do, for example, if I wanted this output for it would help if I had my glasses on, for an ongoing report for clients, I might want to use some of this data here for that report. And I could use that in a Word doc, as I said before. I'm just going to complete this for now, and this will be sent over in the new business record back into 360. Okay, so what I'm going to do is progress the case. So experienced users and advisors would know that I'm doing this far too quickly. So I'm going to select these here, because what we've done, I've advised on the flexible pension plan and stakeholder plan. In fact, the stakeholder plan I've transferred from that. I'm going to send a new business message back to 360. You can see, sent successfully. Next, what I'm going to do is complete the case, update the client. So this is obviously, I'm clicking confirm all, because what we want to do is we want to update the record to show Dynamic Planner what we've done in the completed case, should we need to recall this in the future, just in case 360 sends anything garbled across, which I'm sure it wouldn't. There you go. So that's the case. Going back into 360, I've still got something clicked here on advice process. That doesn't help, does it? Office Web Advisor. And then we'll have an administrator. Let's give Andy Boardman some advertising. We're going to click in the submission sheet. And here we go. The documents are ready. Okay, so retrieve documents and products. I'm going to use the refresh button. As we can see, there's information being brought across. Regular premiums. There's some things you'll need to update this, just because. Ooh. Sorry, let me just go there. Pension transfer, existing arrangement pension. Right, okay. So what we've got is exactly the wrong information, because I can remove that one. I don't even need that one, because that's the legal and general pension that we've moved. Here's the Aegon ARC, £300,000. Retirement age, we're going to retire at 60. Too many homes, sorry. Aegon. Office Web Product. Okay. The fund name was Quilter Investors. This is just on this. The listing currently is slightly out of date. So there we go, Carillium. I think we're moderate. There we go. say I'm just speeding through this very, very quickly. What I'm going to do now is I'll go to documents and just check my documents. There we go, the documents are there. There's their investment financial plan, the risk profile report, which is the important thing for an intrinsic case. I'm now going to submit the business. This will then transmit that data into the 360 record and update the record. So where there was once a legal and general pension, the client will now have an Aegon ARC £300,000 in Carillion. So there you go. That's exactly how you do it. Thanks for watching.